I haven't seen y'all in forever. How you been?
It seems like we was just together like the last 30 minutes ago.
I should have changed my outfit. Like,
right? But we the hoodie gang is back.
MNFS.
Motherfucking
asses. No. 7-0. When we start?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get started.
I'm just first of all
on Married at First Sight. Here we go. Let's go. Go on, Chris.
Oh, I thought, yeah, that's what I was saying. I just want to say, first and foremost, I'm just tired of this season. So tired because they had when they had the dinner in the second episode when they had the dinner, and they all got together, and I was like, is that it? Is that all the people? Because I don't like anybody. I was like, oh, Clare. I was like, first of all, I think Clare has gotten better looking as the season has gone on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't see that.
And I think Lauren has got what's her name with Orion, dude.
Lauren?
Lauren, right?
Yeah.
I think she's gotten prettier too as it's going on. And I think Julia, who's with Brennan? I don't care about the names. That's how much I don't care.
I don't know. Emily.
I don't like Amelia at all now.
Emily,
I don't like
Emily, Amelia, Evangeline.
Whatever her name is. I don't like her either. I don't like her. I don't like anybody.
All right, let's pick a couple. Because I could
So last week we didn't record because we all had things going on. So, but I still watched, and I'm sure y'all watched, and we took our notes. The only thing that I want to bring to the table from last week to today is Brennan. I got two things. I'm sorry. Brennan is not coachable. Like last week, Cal came in and was sitting with Brennan and Emily, and he was like, "Let me show you Brennan's. Let me show you each other's what is it called? Audition tapes where they talked about what they wanted." Mm-hmm. Emily was up to snuff with. She was like very good with what she wanted. She was consistent. Then when it got to Brennan was like just saying what people wanted to hear, and Emily was sitting there like, yeah, okay. And again, I think it's on the experts that they're not pulling the carpet under the feet of these people. Like, Brennan, you said this, and what has changed or what could be different or whatever. And then be like, if he starts with the gaslighting, just pull the carpet and be like, nope, that's not what you said. You said this. You said this, and you said this.
Well, what did he say? I mean, because I know you said that she was looking at him like, it's the typical BS and stuff. What did he say? Somebody to have fun with, that he was going to be friends with, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, basically, in a nutshell, he was like,
basically,
he was saying that he was like, he was open to like, I want to know about someone and their differences and, learn all that and the whole nine. And he just wanted someone that he could build with. And I can't.
He probably believes that in his head, but he is so dysfunctional that he doesn't know how to get from the vision he might have in his head to where he wants to be. I mean, let's just talk about Emily and Brennan, bring them up from last week and this week.
Yeah.
Both of them, in my opinion, have like issues because I think that she's just as manipulative and just as much of a liar as he is. So I give her no grace anymore. But as for him, when you say he's not coachable, 100%, because he feels like no matter what, he's always right. He doesn't want to hear any opinions other than his own. And he wants to be able to say, you do X, Y, and Z to make me feel comfortable. I might do something for you.
And he ain't even doing that because on this week's episode, this week's episode was the couples retreat. And they were fitting to leave. And as a woman, typical woman, she overpacked. And he's got his little coat on and his little bags. And she's like, oh, I don't know if, and he's all ready to go. And she's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it in this one trip to get these bags out. Can you help me? And he's like, well, I don't have the extra hands. No, as a woman, I don't need to hear that. Because if I have to act, here's my thing as a woman. If I have to ask you, I can ask you to do something. But if you give me pushback on that, I'm never going to ask you again. And then why do I need you? Because if I have to carry my own bags and do my own shit that you're supposed to be doing as a man, if I ask you as a man and you give me pushback, then why the fuck do I need you? Period. End of story. So I get where Emily's coming from. I'm not trying to take Emily's, I'm not trying to take anything away from her and make her to seem that she's all that and that she's not,
a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Or I'm not trying, I'm trying to think of the word that she's not culpable. That might not be the right word of what she's bringing to the table as well. You know what I'm saying? But at Brennan as a man, he is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, period.
That's because he don't like her.
I don't think it's not because he doesn't like her. I just think that he doesn't like her and he doesn't like any woman. It could have been any woman at the table at this point. I think Brennan would have done the same thing because that's who Brennan is.
It's a possibility, but I just think that he definitely don't like her, and he hasn't. And I think that she don't like him either. So why she keep playing this game? She don't like him, but she's in it until they get to the couch. So that they're just. I knew they were going to wait for that accident.
Let me say this: I don't think that she's in it until they get to the couch, because as we've watched this recent episode, she got her skull cracked in, literally busted wide open, and she was already on the fence, talking about being on the fence with Brennan. I
think he'll sit there and hold her hand at the hospital.
He was holding her hand and he was like, holding the wound and whatever. For me, I watched it from a mindset of Emily. This is exactly what I said. Watching TV, I was like, Emily, if this isn't your wake-up call to lose his ass, then I don't know what is. Because for me, almost losing my life and having my head busted wide open, I don't give a damn if he was holding a dirty rag on my head. That for me would have been the icing on the cake for me. Would have been like,
why?
Because for me, I could be like, I want to make this work, but now that I'm on the fence about it, and now that I got my skull cracked open, yeah, no, we're good. If I was Emily, I'm just saying what I would do. If I was Emily, once I got my shit together as far as my health and my face, I'd look at Brennan and be like, I don't want nothing to do with you. I want an annulment. I want a divorce.
She's playing the game just like he is.
I wouldn't play this game anymore. I'd be like, you know what? I almost lost my life. And why am I here? Why am I sitting here playing this game with you or anybody for that matter? I almost lost my life. I got my head cracked open. And you know what? You don't like me. I don't like you. And therefore, I'm moving on. I wish you a happy life, but I'm not going to keep on this charade like Lauren and Orion. I'm out. I'm gone.
I don't believe she's gonna do that.
I don't believe she's gonna do that either. I'm just saying I hope that she does that. But I'm pretty sure she's not going to. Just based off of the after parties that she's shown up to, and she's still showing up. So I already know she ain't leaving him. But if she was a smart bitch, she'd be like, "Fuck you, motherfucker! I'm out."
Chris, I would love to hear her say it just like that. Just like that. Chris, are you falling asleep, sir? Are we not entertaining enough for you?
You're muted.
You're muted, sir. Can't hear you.
I mean, I just don't care. She's going to say, "Oh, he was there for me, and I can't believe he was there. I didn't think that he was going to be there. He was cute. He was careful. I don't know if I could have made it without him."
That's
and then exactly he's going to be like, "I still don't like you."
And even when he was like, like, oh my God, it just didn't. There was like no level of like, I felt that from him. It's just like, he was just like, wow, damn, she's really fucked up. I feel bad for this girl, but I don't like. Did he get in an ambulance with her?
Probably.
Yes, he did.
It didn't look like it.
Yeah,
he did.
Oh, okay. He did. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And when they showed the coming attractions, he was sitting. He was in the ambulance, and then he's in the ER with her her whole matted ass, bloodied ass face and hair, and he's sitting there like, I gotta, he's telling himself, I gotta do this, through sickness and in health. Like, if you have to say that shit out loud, that's problematic for me.
Yeah.
Through sickness and in health. Really?
Yeah. Well, we can move on from them because they're boring.
Okay, yeah. I'm looking at my notes. So yeah, we're done with them. Listen, this is gonna be very quick because it's the couples retreat. Michael and Chloe. Let's go to Michael and Chloe because they were on their honeymoon, their little 24-hour honeymoon in Colorado Springs, which I'm still offended by, but here we are. They went to each other's house. I will say this. I don't care about their house visits and them moving into their new apartment. What I like about them is they are mature. They give mature conversations. In talking with Pastor Cal showed up, and in talking with Pastor Cal, and then in talking with each other, they are very mature. I know that some of the things that Michael does with his pearls and his skirts and whatever, it makes Chloe uncomfortable, but she's willing to work with it. So we shall see. Go ahead, Chris Shahida.
It's one of the most mature. The sun is coming. One of the most mature couples that I've ever seen on Married at First Sight.
Yes.
The most mature, the most accepting of each other, the most willing to do the process with each other, the most to work with each other. And she's becoming more and more attractive to me every day, just being her. She is, even though she has the night terrors. I was like, oh, what's
she didn't have that the last time though. Remember they said
but she has them.
Yeah, but no, she said that because she has anxiety and she had that. Yeah. It's not that she has it all the time. She just had it at that moment.
But she's had it enough times to know that she has. If she's had enough time to know she has it, that's enough night terrors for me to be like, oh, you have night terrors? Or, oh, okay, well. But anyway, first of all, kudos for her for being like, okay, well, he likes to wear my earrings. Okay, I haven't. All right, very accepting of her and of him, and I was like, oh, okay, well, she's still rolling. She's like, this is what I asked for. This is one of the first times I've seen a couple really try to accept each other for who they are, really.
Right.
And this is what she asked for. She wanted a sensitive man. She wanted a man like this. That is not her type. That's not worked for her before. He's all in it. He's very sweet to her. You know, if he puts down the pipe, you know, it's over. It's wrap. I just hope that he's, you know, and he said on the after party, I've always been heterosexual. I'm heterosexual. He just likes style. Or I was like, the pearl necklace. Come on, man, not the pearl. Not like, okay, I understand like an earring but the whole pearl necklace thing
and the big one.
Yeah, I was like,
huge.
I was like, ooh, dude. But she's. I've never had a man wear my clothes before, but okay. And he's brought 2 skirts. I'm like, come on, man. I know there's fashion. I know, but that's extreme fashion to me. So, hey, if she's accepting it, more power to her. I think he seems to really dig her. I really think it's gonna work. Hopefully it works. I don't know what's gonna come out that would make it not work. I think the only thing is she may get sick of him wearing her clothes.
Yeah.
You know? But also he was like, oh, she's not as minimalist as I thought she'd be, or rigid. And she's like, oh, I didn't think the closet was gonna be, I thought it was gonna be even worse than. So they're even when they have the extremes of projections of what they think it's gonna be, they've kind of like, oh, it's not even that bad. And they're kind of like, well, what's the downside of this relationship? So, you know, good for them. The most mature relationship. One of the most mature relationships I've ever seen so early on in a couple.
I agree.
So I think you guys kind of changed my opinion then, because I came from like the very negative side, and now I feel like an asshole, because I was coming in like, that bitch don't want him, and he was doing too much, and he just needs to like slow it down a little bit. But I thought she was, because I don't know why, I kind of read it as like the last 2 episodes as her being like just overthinking and being too into her thoughts and creating issues, like too emotional, you know. But I have to play to what you guys said. Basically, she's talking to him and he's listening, and she is being more open. I don't know why I read it so negatively. Like I was like, oh, she's whining. She, like, when she said stuff like, there was something that she said that made me see like, well, when you get married, when they came back from vacation, she's like, usually if I come back from vacation, you know, I just want to kind of decompress by myself. And then she was just like, but, you know, I see that's not going to happen. Can't decompress by myself because, you know, and it came off as being kind of snotty when she said it. But, you know, I get it. And I was like, and so in my head, I was like, well, you knew you were going to be living with a man. You knew that you was going to have this husband. You know, you knew that you was going to have to adjust a lot about your single behavior that's going to be different with your married behavior. So why are you harping so much on what your single behavior was? You got to just leave it. So, but I think I agree with you guys. I don't know. I'm still waiting and seeing, but I do agree with what you said, that they are both mature. They are handling a little bit different. The conversation to me, that conversation that they had with Pastor Cal, that was the best conversation I've ever seen Pastor Cal even ever have. You know, because one thing I liked about Pastor Cal is that he said, "How do you feel, Emily, about this? How do you know, yeah, it's great. He wants to wear this, he wants to do this, but how does that make you feel?" Because then that made her open up a little bit more and say, this is not a person I would have picked up in the bar. This is not a person I would have looked at and be like, "Oh, you're my person, and that's for me." But I'm gonna go look deeper and try. So yeah, so I feel like that was a really good conversation. So it was interesting.
Yeah, I'm anxious and curious as to where they go, because I will say this, like you said, Shahida, that this season, these two's conversation has been the most mature conversation within a relationship that I've seen on this season.
I thought Lauren and Orion started out that way, and it just went left real quick. Because remember, she was asking the tough questions. She was putting, she went to even the oral sex conversation that they had. She was trying to be as open as possible, and I thought he was going to be receptive to that, but then he held her hostage with her own words. So, but we know that Michael is not like that. He seems not to be like that at all. He has a very good spirit, and I don't think it's trying to overdo it, or just kind of kill you with kindness type of stuff. I think that really is, he's just a very laid back, chill person.
I think he is who he is, and it's not fake. He is who he is. Chris, anything?
No, I agree.
Yeah. So speaking on Shahida, you brought up Lauren and Orion. My issue is, why are we even having them on here?
Because they don't have nobody.
At this point, I was watching it and I'm like, okay, couples retreat. We've got the two couples, Brennan and Emily, and what's her name there? Austin and Becca. That's all that should have been there.
Yep.
That's
in Michael and
Chloe. Michael and Chloe
later.
Could have come in the end. That should have been that. The three couples, and that's it. Why we keep
Orion and Clare.
It's confusing to me in the fact that we've got Claire, who is supposedly separated, which I'm thinking Cameron don't want nothing to do with her, and that's why he's just like, you know what, I'm gonna milk this. I have this heart condition. Cameron is probably healthy as a hog, sitting at home in his house or apartment, and he's like, you know what, I don't want no more of this shit, and I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna milk my little ailment and be done with her, because he's not answering her calls, or if he does, he's literally giving her the bare minimum, and he's not trying to work with her or have a conversation with her or trying to meet with her to try to make this work. So the fact that Claire, that's a psychologist, hasn't picked this shit up as a trained professional, hasn't picked this shit up and is like, you know what, let me pack up my shit out of this apartment and go back to my fucking home.
I feel that they asked her to stay because they just don't have the couples.
They don't.
So they're just trying to keep it as interesting as possible with as much shenanigans as they can.
Yes, and trying to make
bringing back Lauren and Orion. They have never done that before. Never.
Yeah, exactly. It's the couples retreat. Why is Orion and Lauren showing up? Like, we're done here. We're done with you two. Like, there's no need for them to come to the table and have a conversation and talk about that. But since they brought them to the table on the episode, I'm glad that friggin' Lauren called his ass out and was like, you're only here to save face. Like, she pulled his card.
Finally.
Finally, but at the end of the day, why are you still showing up? Because for me, I don't care. I don't care I don't care to put it on camera to say he's saving face because he wants to make himself look good. Me personally, if I was Lauren, Orion could pull up in his little dump truck or whatever the fuck he pulled up in. Guess whose black ass is sitting at home and not showing up? Me. I ain't showing up. I'll let them all sit there at the table. And maybe there's a contractual agreement that they all have to show up maybe now because, Married at First Sight, the couples ain't really meshing well. So now they're like, even if you get a divorce or you get separated or it doesn't work out, you got to stay for the long haul and participate in these episodes. I'd be like, you know what? Sue me.
I don't even think that's the case. I think it is like, you know what? If you come to this because we will give you extra money. I feel like they're only in it, like Chris said, for just to get paid. And I would show up too. I would show up to get an extra check.
Exactly.
No, why would you do that?
Why? Why not? I don't gotta sit. I don't have to entertain him. They might be like, you have to have a conversation with him. Why?
No, get him paid to do it, but you wouldn't do it in the first place. You wouldn't get married for check.
Well, I wouldn't do it. Yeah, you already know. But I'm just saying, I couldn't do that. No, I'm not doing that.
Pay me my money.
Yeah, but how much money you fitting to get paid? Not a whole lot.
I don't know how much they get per episode.
There's no skin on offer.
I couldn't do it.
Having a weekend retreat. I'd go.
Hello, in a nice place,
in a beautiful,
hanging out with a girl.
Why not?
Call me.
Y'all are disappointed. Y'all hurt my feelings right now.
If I was part of the show, I would do that. Why not?
Yeah, but you're not.
You don't have to. There's no animosity between her. There's no animosity. Wait. There's no animosity. Wait.
No.
There's no
No. Say it again. Say it again.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Chris. I want to hear what you got to say.
Good. I'm good.
I would do it. Okay, you going? Go.
Nope.
I would do it for the simple fact that there is no reason for me not to get that extra paid, enjoy a nice little vacation. I don't have to be all up in his face. I got my own room. I'm hanging out with, a couple of the chicks that I want to. And if they're going to pay me $2,000 an episode, why am I going to throw away free money? And I ain't got to do shit. Pay me my money.
Is that all the couples? Oh,
no, Becca and the man that don't want to have sex with her.
He gay. But then again, you know what? Let me take that back because I thought about it. And I'm thinking these couples of guys that don't want to have sex, I'm thinking maybe it might be a consummation thing or a annulment thing. Like if I know I'm not feeling her or him or whatever, I'm not going to consummate this marriage because if it doesn't work out and I decide, i.e. Austin, if Austin decides at the end of the day, I can make out with her, I can heavy grab her and do whatever, the foreplay that they do, I can do that. But if I'm not penetrating her and I decide I don't want to continue this marriage, I can do an annulment.
I mean, I'm not an overly religious person. I don't know what this is about. I am like, who was it? What did you used to call the dude, the little one that looked like a leprechaun?
Oh, yeah.
And it was an Emily he was with, I think. and she was begging for it.
Yeah.
Begging for it. What reason did he have for not having sex with her?
Who's that? Jose?
No. Elf.
You call them Elf, but
with the ears.
Oh, that's right. Her name was
Emily, wasn't it? No,
I think it was a C. It was like
Carolyn,
Chloe.
Chloe, something like that. Something with a C, I thought.
Yeah, I don't think it was Chloe, but it was.
Do you remember why? What was the reason he gave for not having sex?
And we thought he was gay.
They never did.
We all thought he was gay, but he never had sex with her.
Wasn't it something like they were having sex but didn't want the cameras to know?
Right, yes, that's right. They did a whole thing. Yeah. Hold on, I think it's Chloe.
Yeah, I think it was Chloe.
I remember them too. Yeah. I guess
we thought it was religion too. Remember, because he was Catholic.
No, Chloe. They were thinking Chloe was on this one.
Mm-hmm. No, I thought she was Chloe too.
No, it's not. No, that she wasn't Chloe.
Okay.
I forgot what her name was, but again, I'm thinking these guys are thinking on that level. Like, I can have sex with her, but I don't want it to be like publicized. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't go on a fucking Married at First Sight TV show.
I agree. Listen, I agree with you. I'm just making a statement.
I know, but it's just confusing. It's confusing. But you know what? And then I like what Pastor Cal said too.
North Carolina. What season was that?
It was like
that was Atlanta. No, that was New Orleans. New Orleans.
Was it New Orleans?
No, yeah, I think it was Atlanta.
New Orleans. I think it was like South Carolina.
Oh, you know what? It might have been Atlanta with Chris Williams.
No.
Yes.
It was?
Season 12. Let me see. It was. Yes. I got it here. Hold on. There's Eric. Remember, there's Eric and Virginia.
That was in Atlanta. Okay.
Ryan. And Clara.
Claire. Okay.
Clara. That's it. Clara. Oh Lord, we know
she was begging for it.
She was
begging.
Ooh, telling the girls like he just yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but remember what Pastor Cal said this last episode to Michael and Chloe. He was just like, "You are married now.
You can have sex.
Stop thinking that you can't have sex. Just do it and get it." Well, he didn't say get it over with. I'm paraphrasing, but basically, he's like, just do it and get it over with, because if you're waiting for something magical to happen, that's not going to be the case. But that could help solidify and bring you closer together, which I think is true, because if I'm going to marry you, why am I not going to have sex with you?
100. I'm with you on that.
That's the pleasure for it, But I do not understand him at all. I don't even know how she's hanging in there, because my thing, if I'm laying next to you in bed and you are not trying to do nothing to me, I'm going to feel like I look like fucking Shrek. What is going on?
Right. And you're married to me.
And you say you like me. You say you are attracted to me, but you don't want to put a penis in me? No. What's going on?
Well, wait a minute. In defense of Chloe and Michael, like this latest episode, like when they woke up, they were all snookles, like cuddled up. I'm not
saying anything about them. I'm talking about Becca and
Austin.
Oh, well, let's get to them. Austin is gay. You saw how excited Austin was? Listen, I hate to be the person to, call people out or out people, but you saw how excited Austin was when they had their little Russian bath, Venic friggin' massage. He was like, "Oh, okay, can I put my hat on?" And he laid down real quick. And Becca was like, "Oh, I thought this was just a regular like couples massage." And he was like, "Nope." And that guy came out of the sauna and all sweaty with his hat on, and Austin lost his shit. And Becca's sitting there like, who are you? Which I would have done. I would have been like, bruh, who are you? Because you ain't touching me and my man.
I think he's going to say no on the couch.
Oh, I know he's going to say no.
You think so?
Oh,
See, I was still thinking he's going to hold on. Why do you think he's going to say no?
Because he hasn't fucked her at all. And she's been
and he left the bed in the couples retreat.
Yeah, but he explained why he did that. He explained why he did that after party. Because it was at some Denver Broncos star's house, and he wanted to be in the main bedroom just to sleep there. And he said, come with me. And she's like, no. And then she felt rejected. But he was like, I just really wanted to be in that space. And she didn't understand.
So she didn't get up and go with him.
Yes.
So she was like, so that whole like, oh, he just up and left and I don't know what happened.
That's the way he explained it in the after party.
Okay.
That's his explanation.
Yes.
I don't know.
Because for me as a woman, here's the thing. For me as a woman, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn if that was your childhood idol house, Airbnb, or whatever the fuck it was, and you wanted to go sleep in the bed. If you really wanted to break my back, you'd be like, come on, bitch, let's go. We're in my childhood idol's house. Let's go sleep in the main bed. Don't
took a nap in the main bed.
Don't stand up and wrap your comforter around your waist like a pab and go walk down the hallway and go lay and make your bed and go lay in your bed. Please. No. He's gonna say no. And if he doesn't say no, I would pray to Black Baby Jesus that Becca says no. Because if she doesn't say no, she's stupid and deserves everything that she gets with him.
Yeah, because the energy that they had, they should have had sex by now.
And I'm not begging you to fuck me, period. Becca has been begging him. Basically, every conversation that has been had, this fucking getaway, I felt bad for her because he's like, oh, we're gonna have fun, and she kept bleeping out because she's like, oh, I'm assuming she's saying, I hope I get fucked. I hope you fuck me.
But then he was also playing with her head because he was like, we're gonna do all the stuff that Dr. P had told us to do, and and then I'm confused. I'm so confused. Like, why won't you have sex with this woman?
He's not having sex with any woman, period.
That's what it looks like at this point.
He's not having sex with any woman at this point.
Isn't he the one that got excited over the pegging?
He brought up the pegging, and she's like, oh, you like pegging? And he went, and I was like, bro, red flag number one. If I'm talking to a man that I'm interested in, if he knows about pegging, oh yeah, we got problems. A red flag, bro. No, I'm not. No, we're not. Nope, this ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. I have no understanding of where this man is coming from. He should just leave her alone. But I do have a feeling that on the couch that they're going to ask her first. I think they're going to ask her first.
Of course.
And because I'm hoping she says no, because we got like what, 2 more weeks?
Thank God.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's like 2 more weeks.
God. Look at here. If they ask her first, that to me just again proves that the Married at First Sight franchise has gone to the gutter.
But they should ask her first.
Yeah. She's going to say yes. She's going to say yes.
Say yes?
Hell yes. Because she's holding out for it. She's holding out for it. She really likes him. If she didn't really like him, she wouldn't give a shit about him not fucking her. And maybe she'd be like, okay, well, she's so into him and likes him so much as a person, this and the other, and is begging him to fuck her. Begging him. And so frustrated, so upset and everything. She's gonna say yes. She's gonna say yes. And he's gonna say, I really, I really love you as an individual, as a friend, and I want us to be close, but
yeah, I think the opposite.
You're going to hell.
I don't think the opposite.
That's what I think it is too.
I don't think it's the opposite. I think that both of them. I don't care who they ask first.
I do.
I think it's going to be both of them going to be like, no.
I do.
But I really want them to ask him first.
I do.
Pull his ass, pull his card.
I do.
I'm with you. I want them to ask him first, but I think both of them are going to be like him. I think the only couple. Are you all laughing at me?
Tanya, that went over your head. Do you know what he was doing?
No. What did I miss?
He kept interrupting you and saying, I do, because you were doing that to him earlier when he was trying to make a point and you was going, no. So he paid you back, but you didn't. It's not funny when you don't get it.
I didn't get it because it's past my motherfucking bedtime, you motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Here we go. I'm sitting here, sound asleep, wide awake, talking to you motherfuckers. Yeah. So anyway, I think the only couple at this point, at this stage of the game, the only couple that's going to say yes is Michael and Chloe.
Yeah.
That's it. Those are the only one that's going to make it. Everybody else is going to be like, yeah, we're done here.
You're on the fence with Michael and Chloe? Why? Who's going to say no?
I think it might be her.
Oh, no.
If he puts it down even this much, if they get
there.
They're going to get there. I have a feeling they're going to get there.
They're going to get there.
Hear me out. Okay.
Pop.
I think it's a slim no. I'm not saying, but I'm leaning into it only because like the joy that she had at the wedding to me has been going down since.
I don't think so.
That's how I'm seeing it. It has been going down. And then like the panic attacks that she's having over it, which I get. I never had like panic attacks. I've never been in a relationship where I just met somebody that afternoon and was married and had, full on honeymoon. So I get, that you would be like, somewhat nervous. But when she married him, she was hyped for this. And I think that when she said, this is not a person that I would have picked for myself, but I'm going for what his soul and, how he is, I'm going to lean into that. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough for her to stay with him.
If he puts even this much down on her, they have sex and he puts this much down on her, she's in. If she has an orgasm, she's in. She's in.
On top of the fact of their honeymoon last week when they were in Colorado Springs and she had a meltdown, like the reality hit her and she started crying and she was like da. And he literally was a grown ass adult and was like,
have your moment. He was good.
Cry.
I loved it.
He's like, have your moment, cry. I'm here for you. And she cried even more because she admitted that she never had that in her life. In all her relationships she's been in, she's never had somebody that had acknowledged her feelings and gave her moment to have her meltdown. This is why I think they'll work. And this is why I think she's giving him grace when he's in her apartment, and he's like, oh my God, look at those pearls. And he's like, I'm gonna put your pearls on. And he's pulling out his skirts from his closet and making her wear his like big poofy coats and, feminine kind of coats or feminine kind of clothes. And she's working with it. I think she's like, you know what? And she said it to Cal. What I had in the past wasn't working for me. It didn't work for me. Now, am I saying that this is going to work? No, but I'm going to, she acknowledged the fact that he acknowledged her meltdown on the honeymoon. And she's rolling with that and she's rocking with that. And I respect her for that. Me personally, I'm not in that situation, but I'm not going to have I don't want my man coming into my house and trying to wear my earrings and my necklaces and my clothes. I feel some sort of way, but I'm not on Married at First Sight. If I was on Married at First Sight and I was Chloe and I had an emotional breakdown and he had my back when all the guys that I had been with in the past never had my back, I'm going to give this man a little bit of grace. I'm not saying I'm going to be fully accepting of how he wants to wear my pearls and wear skirts and clothes and whatever, earrings, whatever. But I'm going to give him a little bit of grace because this man is working with me. And this is what I signed up for, being on Married at First Sight.
The only thing that gives me pause is that he did shave his head. So to me, that looks like a win for her.
Yes.
So they might still be together, but that's the only thing. I say like 10% of me is saying, I agree with you on that 100%, that if they do get to that point, that I think that it will be sold for her, because I don't think she's going to do, because she said it, I'm not going to do it until I feel emotionally connected. And that always gives me pause too, is because, well, what are you waiting on? You only got a certain amount of time with this. If you're getting along with somebody, you all are talking about the big stuff, and you feel like that person's kind, that's an emotional connection. How much bigger do you need it to be? But I get it to a point. So when I hear her say, certain things, it just makes me think that maybe that 10%, she might not. She might be like, I think that's too, he's too big for me. He's too big. Not that. I meant like just personality.
Wow. My brain is in the gutter. I'm like, he's too big for me.
Your brain is tapping out. It's 8:28.
Oh, you already know I'm an hour past my bedtime. Yeah.
They're the only ones I'm probably watching for.
For our sake and for the sake of the franchise, I hope that Michael and Chloe work, because I'm invested now. Mm-hmm. I'm like into the series now, where I'm like, I just want to see them and I want to see where this goes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's it. Anyway, that's it. It's been real, y'all.
Let me ask a question real quick. Do you think they're gonna bring back Lauren in Orion for another episode? Because like, damn, they are really working it.
Of course.
Okay.
They are milking the fucking tit of the
That's all they have. At the dinner table, I was like, I don't care about you. I don't care about you. Why are you here? Why are you here? And Orion, why the fuck are you here?
And Claire, and here we are. Claire, why are you here? Because
with nobody.
Claire has made it very apparent to all of us that Cameron ain't answering her calls. Cameron don't want nothing to do with her. Cameron is like, bitch, I'm doing me. And Cameron is, and even if they are contractually obligated, Cameron is fucking milking every bit of his cardiac issue. And he's like, my doctor says I can't be on camera, and that's just causing too much stress. Cameron is probably back in his apartment or his house that he was in before he married Claire. And he's just over there living his best life. and he's got Claire living in an apartment thinking she's just separated.
Why? When she said she wanted a divorce, she said it on film. So
yeah, now she's playing the separated card, and he don't want nothing to do with her. And she's like, "Well, I called him." And you just listen to what she says. She's like, "Well, I call him, and he's not answering. And the one time I talked to him, he wants his space. He needs his space." So, and I'm like, "So why are you here, miss? Yeah. Why are you on the show, miss?"
This is stupid. It's stupid.
It's very stupid. Anyway,
didn't we have high hopes at the beginning? We had high hopes at first.
Listen,
I thought everybody was perfectly. I was like, "Oh wow, this is great!" Everyone.
But you know what? You know who didn't have high hopes? Your sister Vanessa. She said it sucked from day one.
She did. Yes, she did. Yes,
but she's still watching though.
She said it was horrible day one. And we was like, no, look at this couple. Look at this couple. And now we all like, yeah.
On a side note, before we let it go, y'all need to go listen. Netflix, Singles Inferno. That's all I got to say.
I tried. I couldn't remember who was who. It was, I tried.
Singles Inferno. Yeah, what are they doing in that? They're on the
Korean one.
Yes, it's the Korean one. They're on an island.
I tried.
I saw Trust. I was watching Trust.
Oh, I haven't watched Trust yet.
Oh,
Don't say nothing because it's on my queue to watch.
It's all right.
I know. I got a free night tonight. What should I watch? Because I'm going to be up until about 11.
On Netflix?
Or anything. What's something good?
Oh! I just literally I just got myself caught up on the FX show Capote Feud. Capote versus the
Was it good?
What? That shit is off the chain. Whoever the actor is that plays Capote, Truman Capote, is all that, and it's got all the divas. It's got Diane Lane, Demi Moore, Callista Flockhart, Chloe Sevigny, whatever her name is,
Molly Ringwald,
and who's the main character? Oh my God, Naomi Watts. When I tell you, whoever casted that needs a fucking award, an Emmy Award, Academy Award.
I don't feel like that tonight. I want to
Society of the Snow is supposed to be really good.
Society of the Snow. Oh, yeah. Is that like
Oh, I watched it.
No, it was well. Isn't it like a crash or something?
To me, it's like a remake of that movie Alive. Back in the day.
It's a true story though.
It is a true story, and so was Alive, the true story with the with the Peruvian sports team that their plane crashed and then they had to resort. They were stuck and they had to resort to cannibalism.
Is it a series or a movie?
It's a movie.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
Jesus Christ, you gotta give me the wrap it up box, Chris.
I'm just trying to
you gotta give me the wrap it up box. Fucking
I'm the producer.
Dave Chappelle over here gotta give me the wrap it up box. Jesus.
We can talk about this after.